Welcome, everybody. My name is Dan Ferrelia. I'm with the Mental Health Recovery Service Board, and unbelievably pleased to be here. We are at the ribbon cutting for the extended stay units of our We Care Regional Crisis Center. We have several speakers ready to kick us off as well. Looking forward to this helping our community in many ways, but let me start with the thank yous that I have to do. The purpose of the building is those folks that need that higher level of care. So we want to make sure they have an opportunity before independent living or supportive housing, that they have a chance to work on their living skills. And believe me, as you tour this facility, you're going to see they're having a great opportunity to do that. So before I get into specifics, our partners with the Department of Behavioral Health, I don't believe they're able to make it just yet, but funding through them, Chris Mazzola, Desiree Bell, and Michelle Allison Smith were all very helpful and instrumental. I see our partners, Wester Heidi Construction, Jay, Isaac, and his team. Thank you very much. As you could see, they're very good at their craft, and we appreciate all the work that they did. We have to acknowledge Councilman Glenn, okay, helping us with some of the ins and outs, if you will, of working through licenses and inspections. We appreciate you. Thank you. Coleman Health Services, Margaret, the local folks, they are continuing to operate. The building never closed. That's critical. So my hat's off to them for working through kitchen closing, dust, construction guys who are in and out constantly and still delivering a very high level of care. So thank you very much. Probably most importantly, I thank the community too. Our behavioral health providers that are providing those services to our agencies in the community, thank you for allowing us to do this. Without you, we wouldn't have this opportunity, and therefore it's such an acknowledgement for our continuum and level of care here in the community. I mean, it's not everywhere, guys. This is not available everywhere. So my hat's off to you all. Moto, you guys did a great job helping me coordinate. Dan, here's what you forgot. Hey, don't forget this. We are live streaming this, so we're very happy that they are partners with us as well. I always say this, it's okay to not feel okay. Believe that. And I think it's a testimony to the funding that was made available, the hard work that went into this, and just everybody that's going to benefit from what we're doing here. I will say, at the conclusion, several of you were here earlier. I'm very impressed by many of you that came here earlier, although you didn't quite listen when it was time to get going. That's okay. I coach football too, so I understand. I almost had to get coach voice there for a minute. But at the conclusion, feel free, tour, look at all the good work we did. Ask questions, network, photo opportunities. I will ask, as you go down this hallway, there are additional assessment rooms. We are still serving folks. So I'm going to ask that we not in and out, because there are windows there, people are getting services, so we want to make sure that we respect people's privacy. Okay? I think I'm kind of getting the thumbs up. So, first person, we have 3-4 speakers with us today. I would like to introduce the Coleman Health Services President and CEO, Hattie Tracy, to come up here and say a few words, if you would, please.
Thanks, Dan. You did an excellent job keeping everybody in line. So on behalf of Coleman Health Services and our partners, welcome to this very special occasion. The ribbon cutting for the new Behavioral Health Extended Stay Unit serving Allen, Auglaize, and Hardin counties. What we are celebrating today is more than a facility or a new service line. The project represents hope, stability, and a new path forward for individuals and families across these 3 counties who need compassionate and timely behavioral health care. This center allows us to have transitional housing for people who are experiencing mental health and addiction issues. Here, they will be able to continue their recovery before heading back into the community. We'll be able to provide wraparound care, but also to provide it when clients and individuals in the community need it the most. We want to make sure they're getting the specialized treatment they need in a supportive and safe environment. It's been designed to fill a critical gap in our system of care. The extended stay model allows people in crisis to receive short-term intensive support in a safe therapeutic environment, giving them the time, structure, and dignity they need to stabilize and begin their recovery journey. This effort is the result of powerful collaboration. When Coleman Health Services, our county partners, and the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board come together with a shared mission, real change happens. The extended stay is not just a service. It's a promise that help is available, close to home, centered on recovery, independence, and hope. When fully operational, this program will serve many individuals each year across Allen, Auglaize, and Hardin counties. This means supporting people when they are at their most vulnerable moments, strengthening families, and impacting countless futures and redirecting them towards healing and stability and helping them thrive in the community. We would not be here today without the commitment of our partners and our funders. Thank you to the Ohio Department of Behavioral Health. They have arrived. I see at least Chris and Michelle back there, and Curtis, right? Thank you. I did good. You can't yell at me, Chris Mazzola. And to the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board of Allen, Auglaize, and Hardin counties for investing in this vision. Tammy Colon and her team at the board have been invaluable partners with Coleman in providing needed care for the residents of this area, and we are grateful for that continued partnership. I also want to extend a special thanks to State Senator Susan Manchester and her leadership and work at the state level to strengthen Ohio's behavioral health system. I've had the opportunity to meet with her multiple times and really do appreciate the fact that she is invested in the behavioral health of our communities. Your support for policies and investments that expand access to care makes projects like this possible in our communities and across our state. And thank you to Mayor Sharita Smith of Lima for your partnership and support in bringing this project to life here in Lima. Strong local leadership makes a real difference, and we're grateful for your collaboration. Everyone here today has committed in some way to the resources, leadership, and trust needed to turn this vision into a reality. Please join me in a round of applause for all of our incredible partners. So today, as we cut this ribbon later, when the Chamber tells us to, we are opening doors to care, to stability, and to brighter futures for individuals in Allen, Auglaize, and Hardin County. Thank you for being here, and thank you for believing in the power of community, compassion, and collaboration. Thank you.
Hattie, thank you. Very powerful words. Did take my thunder. I saw our folks from DBH walk in. I want to give them an additional round of applause. Chris Mazzola, Michelle Austin-Smith, and Curtis Jackson. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I was going to wait till the end, but as you're all looking around, I want to acknowledge Garmin Miller now. I was going to wait till the end. Something says do it now. You know, we're the architect and project manager. Having to work with me on paint, picking out colors, and it's not a good day. It is not a good day. Cindy can attest to that. At one point it was, I'm done. I'm not picking another color. I can't do it. So, but they need an excellent, huge round of applause. Look at the building that they did assist us with. I believe Chris Monin and Cindy Cox-Potter. Thank you very much. Next speaker, as Hattie mentioned, integral part of behavioral health services here in our community. I'm a huge supporter. What I love about Mayor Smith is that you can call her at any time. You can email, you're going to get a response. And I assure you, she's going to reach out. She's going to help us be solution focused towards how we can better help our community. So I'm going to turn it over to you. A round of applause for Lima's Mayor, Sharita Smith.
Thank you, Dan. You did a great job on the colors. Well, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. This is an important milestone, not just for Lima, but for our entire region. The expansion of the We Care Regional Crisis Center, to me, and not just to me, fellow city council members and our administrative staff, and I do want to also acknowledge Councilman Glenn as well for your support, because the administration, and Susan, as you know, we can't move without support of our local legislature. So thank you, Councilor Glenn, and your fellow council members for helping us move the needle. But, this opening of this organization represents something very simple, and that is that stable housing is essential to recovery. But it's also essential to a thriving community. And so for individuals that are navigating mental health and substance abuse challenges, this is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. And having a safe place to stay, access to care, and consistent support can really make the difference between recovery and relapse. This expansion recognizes that recovery doesn't just happen in isolation, but it happens when we come together as a community to meet the needs of people, especially those that have complex needs, but that we do so in a way that shows that people deserve dignity, they deserve compassion, but most importantly, they deserve an opportunity to heal. That's what we're doing today. So these additional beds and the assessment spaces and enhanced security, they strengthen our ability to respond to the crisis, but more importantly, they strengthen our ability to help our fellow neighbors heal. I want to sincerely thank the Mental Health Recovery Services Board of Allen, Auglaize, and Hardin County, especially Executive Director Tammy Colon. I don't see you, but thank you for your passion and your partnership in this work. We are very blessed to have you here in our region. I also want to just end by thanking everyone else who worked on this project, and to reiterate that this is not just a building, this is an addition to our community safety net, and that Lima is stronger and our region is stronger when we invest in people. And today's expansion reflects that we take our shared responsibility in doing so seriously, as we show in our deeds how we care for one another in this region. So thank you all for believing in this work, and thank you for continuing to serve those who are most in need. Congratulations, Mental Health Recovery Services Board and Coleman Services, on this next chapter. And then I will introduce or bring it back over. Okay, thank you. I'll give it back to Dan. Thank you, Dan.
So I got a next step. Speaker Matt Huffman was unable to make it, but asked that I read this commendation. So the House of Representatives, under the sponsorship of Speaker Matt Huffman, House District 78. On behalf of the members of the House of Representatives of the 136th General Assembly of Ohio, I am pleased to pay tribute to the Mental Health Recovery Service Board of Allen, Auglaize, and Hardin counties on the ribbon cutting for the renovation and expansion of the We Care Regional Crisis Center, Lima, January 22, 2026. Recognition of this special event is fitting, for since its establishment, the Mental Health Recovery Service Board Crisis Center has achieved a noteworthy record of service to the area. Indeed, the facility has helped countless people as they face addiction and mental health related issues. And with the completion of its crisis stabilization addition and renovation, which adds 9 beds as well as 2 assessment rooms, a secure entrance, and new common area and kitchen, the site is well positioned to meet the growing demands for short-term residential supportive housing. Clearly, this ribbon cutting is a justifiable source a pride and a fine reflection not only on the center itself, but also on the Mental Health Board for the 3 counties and on the community. The Mental Health and Recovery Service Board of Allen Auglaize Hardin has invested great care and considerable resources in expanding the center, and it is deserving of high praise for its exemplary commitment to helping individuals in need. I'm confident that by maintaining its unwavering dedication to service, the board will continue in the outstanding manner that has become its hallmark. Thus, with sincere pleasure, I congratulate the Mental Health Recovery Service Board of Allen Auglaize and Hardin counties on its ribbon cutting and salute all those who have made this occasion possible. Signed, Matt Huffman, Speaker, House District 78. Appreciate that. We were just talking about, I'm an ask for forgiveness guy. I'm not usually a permission. So, when I was doing the introductions, I would go from what I knew. And it really is a cool testimony into the relationships that we form. And there's no shortage on our next speaker, because our Ohio State Senator of the 12th District, and I believe that's 7 counties, I hope I'm right, somebody corrected me, of course Allen and Auglaize being 2 of them, is just yet another piece that she's very passionate towards the work we're doing. She is always supportive. I mean, just at any time. Again, it's a person you could reach out to at any time. We appreciate that. We love to move the needle. Again, we like to ask for forgiveness, which isn't always popular, but she helps us just continuing to move forward to make sure we're advocating for our folks. So if I could have State Senator Susan Manchester. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Well, thank you so much, and it really is an honor to be here and just see this facility come to life, because what's so special for me representing the 12th Senate District, and not only representing this area, but being from Waynesfield and Auglaize County originally, having this resource in our own community and being able to take care of our own right here in Lima is a very big deal. And I am so proud of the work of the Mental Health Recovery and Services Board and Coleman, all those who are involved to make this happen so that we could have this resource available to our people. I think it says a lot about how much we value the mental health of our community. And so thank you for all that you do. The folks who work in this space every single day, you're the ones who get up and go to work in the morning to care for the mental health of our community. And for that, I am tremendously grateful. I would just like to present this commendation on behalf of the Ohio Senate, myself, and Senate President Rob McCauley. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just want to say again, thank you and congratulations. And I look forward to continue working with you to advance the mental health of our region. Thank you.
I won't age myself, but talk about how the world goes around. I started coaching football. Here I go again on my soapbox. Started coaching football with her father-in-law many years ago. So there.
That was an experience.
We'll talk about it off camera. That is not in the meeting minutes, I assure you. Our last speaker before a few brief words, and then I'll turn it over to Josh Hunterbrink. Is our executive director, the Mental Health Board. I've had the privilege of working with Tammy for, again, a few years here, many of them, and it just doesn't get any better. The solution-focused mentality, the passion for the work we do, you can always err on that side. And if she's taught me anything, she's taught me that. I'm sure you'll hear that. She probably doesn't have something prepared. She's going to go off the cuff because that's how it is, but it comes from passion, and I'm sure it'll be uplifting because she's taught us how to do this. So, Tammy, if you would, please.
He's right. I don't have anything prepared. Most of you know me. I know I'm a social worker, and I've been working in this community since 1989. And I get up every day and I only work to try to make somebody else's lives better. And over the course of that extensive career, and now you can figure out how old I am, This has been a service that's been needed, and we've not had it available. And it's been hurtful, and it's been very difficult when we've had to take people who we love, we feel responsible for, we get them through their most immediate crisis, and then we have to move them into another community to receive the rehab treatment that they need. We have to move them away from their families, away from their familiarity, disrupt all that was stable in their lives, just in order to give them time for the brain to heal, for their symptoms to improve, for them to gain the strength and the skills that they need to be able to come back into our home community and live. So I'm overwhelmed with emotion that we have this available for our community residents today. In the behavioral health field compared to the medical field, we don't use the same language. But what I'd like for the community to really hear is, while you'll hear us say residential, because that's the world we live in, if you liken it to rehab for an individual who has had a medical acute situation, that is what we're offering here. So we've got them through the acute situation with our hospitals, with our crisis stabilization unit. But that doesn't mean the injury doesn't still need attended to. Doesn't mean that we don't need to give the medication more time to reduce even more symptoms and to strengthen the body again. That the brain, for a psychiatric crisis, doesn't need time to heal so that it can receive the treatment services that we offer and be able to improve their condition before we send them back out to try to live in a community with a disease. Mental health, which is who we will be serving in this particular unit, is a disease. We know that there's biological components, and we need to treat that body with the same love and nurturing that we do any other medical condition. While it's residential, by all the rules and laws that exist in behavioral health, in my mind, it is a rehab facility for people who have overcome an acute mental health experience, to give them time, treatment, therapy, and opportunity to get as well as they can before they have to go back out and manage the world with that chronic disease. So I'm happy that we're here. I'm happy that the community is here, that the state, we use local funds. That's the beauty of the local levy funds. You can't leverage state funds if you don't have matching local funds. You can't leverage federal funds if you don't have enough state and local funds. It's been a beautiful partnership with both the federal and the state departments. And then again, us making our own investment for our own people, because those people also made the same investment. They're working too, and they're contributing to those levies. And so we always want to be able to build what will be sustainable long past any one of us, to serve their families as well, and families beyond that. So I can't thank the partnerships, and I don't need to, because thank God when you go last, you don't have to do all that formal stuff. So that's all been said and established, and it's all true. But what I want the community to know is this was for them, their loved ones, the future family members they don't even know yet may need this service, of which someday they'll be very grateful for it, and we're glad to have put in all the hard work, and it was not easy. Social workers don't know how to build buildings. Don't want to build buildings, right? So I didn't even come into this building till today. Right? I had the vision of the service. That's all that mattered to me. So we hope the community appreciates it. We hope they see it as a good use of their funds, and we hope that we can demonstrate to the community the improvement that we're going to make in the lives of the people that live here. So thank you for coming.
And those of you that know Tammy, how many of you, she's my boss, of course, think she told me, make sure she goes I go last, so I don't have to do it. Nod your heads, because I did see a couple of our board members. I want to make acknowledgement our board that is extremely supportive. They give a lot of good insight, really keep us aligned, make sure we are doing well. If you could raise your hand. Yeah, we have a couple. Chad, Mary, thank you very much for coming and supporting us. I'm going to turn it over to Josh in 1 second. So for the ribbon, if I could have all of the speakers that spoke, our folks from DBH, if you would come. Wester Heidi J, if you want to come up, Cindy, Josh, you would be here already. Hattie and Tammy will be in the middle. Derry, you and I will be on the ends holding the ribbon. So I'll turn it over to Josh.
Don't be bashful, come on up. We need a full supportive look here. I need Tammy and Hattie right in the center. And then my ribbon holders. I'll let you take one of the sides and then go to the other side. You're going to go right in the front of everybody. Excuse me, I'm going to grab the ribbons over here. One here. Two of them? Just this one. Yeah, no, that's okay. We got multiples. We're going to go with the longer one. They pre-cut that for different things. Oh, not big. That's a short guy. Hold on. We got another one. Well, you can hold both of them.
We're okay. We're not that big.
Josh is on a mission. I think we're going to...
I think you're just going to do whatever he tells you to do.
Sorry about that. Let's try our third one. You grab this side because. There we go. All right. So what, ladies? I'm going to need you to put your hands up here and up here at the bottom because we're going to smash this together. See that right there? That's not very.
That's not where my finger goes.
Top. All right. So I know we're going to get a photo here. Now, I'm going to let you guys be right there because you're doing the work, okay? So let's hold for that still shot and look at all those cameras. All right. So on the count of three, we're going to get started. And at the end, I need you all, when we cut this ribbon, this is an exciting, momentous day. So we need some applause and some high fives and handshakes, okay? All right. On the count of three, we're going to get started. 1, 2. So the Lima Allen County Chamber of Commerce is so proud to be here for this momentous occasion here with Coleman Health Services and the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board of Allen, Always, and Harding counties for these extended stay units to be officially opened. On the count of three, we're going to cut the ribbon and open them for business. Are you ladies ready? All right. 1, 2. Oh! Once again, congratulations to everyone that was involved in this project, and thank you for all that you do for our broader community. And thanks again